I think some of the build and buy items in this pack are so awesome. I love that there's a lot of repurposed items. I love that there's a lot of industrial items. And I love the fact that this whole world is like an old wood logging world. I so badly wish there were more lots as well, because this world is so awesome. There's just one thing that's a little bit awkward that I feel a little bit bad about, and that's James Turner built all the lots. And he did an okay job, I guess. No, I'm kidding. He did a great job. So it's a little awkward because now I'm like, I need to bulldoze your build. I always feel bad when creators work on the builds in the games and then I bulldoze them. Like, I don't know. I guess someone working at EA right now who does builds is like, well, thanks a lot, Della. You don't care when you bulldoze my builds. But I guess I can't put a face to who built that. So it's not as bad. And also because James is my partner, I feel like even worse. But I'm sorry, look, the thing is, James did design this as a starter home. It wasn't meant to be perfection. It was meant to be a bit run down. So, that's what we can think about. Now, the question is, do I want to just completely bulldoze or do I want to just turn it into something else bit by bit? I think I want to do a complete bulldoze. All done. And one of the things I found whilst playing in this household in my LP, in a different save file, is that I wanted a little bit more gardening area because I feel like gardening works quite well with this pack. Actually, I'm just trying to justify the fact that I'm just obsessed with gardening in The Sims 4. So I'm gonna create a little garden space over here. We can allocate this to being our little garden, and then instead we'll have a 2-story house. I don't think this needs to be a starter home. I think this could maybe be a second home. Maybe if you played a little while in game in the starter home, you could upgrade to this. But it's certainly going to be something that's like an old rustic vibe. We could even do like an old little barn. Barn builds are always a good time. The only thing with building a barn is generally you need to make it quite wide, because if you want to do the traditional, I don't know if this is more of an American barn roof or if this is just worldwide barn roof style. You'd need to do the pitched roof on top, and then you would put some half gables on the sides. Lift this up like that. And that's kind of a barn shape, is it not? It's like that? Yeah. My only issue with this is it's just such a small block, which is perfect for starter homes. But yeah, it's teeny tiny. I think we can still make it work though, because we could do like maybe double mezzanine levels, like one here on this end and one on the other end, and then they could have like ladders going up to each. I mean, potentially those could be 2 bedrooms. They could have a ladder here and a ladder there. Okay, I'm really struggling to see. Oh, also, if we delete these roof pieces, we can use a new fun roof in this pack, which is this one. I personally think is so cool because you do get like fun light coming in. You can also get a little bit cheeky and make little lounge areas through here. I mean, they're not going to have the same kind of lighting, so at nighttime that can be a bit more problematic, but it's still another option if you want to be able to kind of live in those little nooks. But so far so good. I think this has the potential to be a really cool house, or a really cool barn rather. So it makes sense to have a bathroom. I mean, we could even do bathrooms on either end here, and the easiest way to make an interior look rustic, in my opinion, is to use spandrels. Now in this pack, we did get industrial spandrels, which probably isn't ideal for this build, but I do like these ones from Seasons. Actually, maybe let's put it here, here, across here, and here. Oh, we did get some good columns. I mean, we'll fix up and decide what kind of interior style we want to have as we build it. But just, take this as the general layout. We can change the swatches and colors of things. Some lights down this little side bits. I mean, that's actually enough to light up the whole thing, to be honest. We can't put ceiling lights just here, so we'll use wall lamps. And then I guess whenever a new pack comes out, it's always nice to kind of use as many of the new items as possible, within reason though. Like, it's still got to suit our rustic build. And I'll stick to just Maxis items. So I do want this to have a very strong rustic feel to it. Just checking out the different, oh, okay, so not so much rustic. I mean, we could use this as like, oh my gosh, it could literally be like full-on red barn style with it. I mean, do we want to make it that red? Oh my gosh, look at that sunset. That's stunning. Wow. Reminds me of that game Firewatch. Played it quite a few years ago. I actually put it up on YouTube. That was such a great game. I'm actually quite into the white barns, like the kind of modernized ones. They look pretty cool. I don't know if it translates that well to The Sims though. Does that look cool, or is that, I don't know, maybe we use the white bits on the interior. The other thing we have to keep in mind is what roofing is going to look the best on here. And the blue's pretty nice. The black's pretty cool. And the green's fun. Well, maybe we go with the blue theme. Oh geez, now I don't know. I'm gonna put a little balcony out the front though, because that's just, a little balcony is always a good idea. These logs are so awesome. I mean, what do we have in terms of new doors? We have this kind of a more industrial door. Like, I don't think this really goes with the barn idea so much. This reminds me of Fortnite, this door. And then really, I mean, I guess these could go up the top of the barn. Does work, but that does look like it would get pretty gold. So we might be better off using other windows. I mean, this door does look like a pretty awesome, like, industrial barn door. We could do like a cheeky glass door on the side. Ideally, I would love to have something like this in game, but this is obviously custom content. Maybe just a door like that. You know what? Now I'm looking at this more, I reckon these would look better lowered, because I don't think I really want to use these little hidey hole bits. I know some of you guys love that type of thing, but to be honest, during gameplay, the lighting really irritates me. So I might just keep it like this. I was just referring to a barn picture that I've seen as well. It looks quite good. And also, the more I look at this as well, I'm thinking we should go with the eco lifestyle wood. And then we'll use the new wallpaper on the interior instead, because I really love the different colors in this wood. It's very rustic, and I think it's gonna complement our build perfectly. Maybe we'll move these out a little bit so we can put some columns on this side. These columns might look better rotated to just make it look like the stumps aren't always matching. Another thing you could do is maybe alternate the colors a little. Also want to make sure I'm doing it the same on each side. So I reckon this wallpaper will look really cool inside. Maybe not on all the walls, but we'll start with all of them to begin with. Oh yeah, that's looking really cool. I always get irritated if I do the floorboards facing the wrong way, like running the wrong way. I always have to change them. So we could put these windows along the side, but because they're open, I just imagine it would get really cold in real life. So to keep it more realistic, let's go a glass window instead. These ones from Snow Escape are pretty good. Probably just put some of these in. Nice. So this lighting. There we go. So they're even on both sides. We could go down the path of having an industrial window at the back here. But to me, it doesn't look probably as nice as a wooden frame. Like, I'd even probably prefer to have a modern window at the back than an industrial one. Or we could keep it very traditional barn-like with a window like this, which is also good. Oh, that's cute. I mean, there's so many different things we can do here that would work. It's just picking which. Let's just do this kind of traditional looking window. Still, I just keep finding myself going back to this and being like, can we improve this door up here? And we could do a white roof to tie it in with. Maybe it's just the wrong door. I wish we had this door without the stone sides to it. Oh, this is good. This is from Seasons. Just a very traditional looking door. Oh, actually, let's use the Fortnite door. There we go. Okay, this one's good because I forgot it doesn't have the stone detailing on it, so it does look more like a barn door. Now, I know it's not everyone's favorite, but I do think it would help to have just a few big windows downstairs in the main areas. Then you might say, well, then what's the point of having the more traditional window at the top, which I also understand. So maybe we can do this and have just a couple like hidden on the side. Oh, actually, that doesn't work with the interior. It kind of looks weird, doesn't it? Okay, now we've basically got the windows in, the doors in, a floor plan. Not really sure where everything's gonna go, but we'll figure it out. Let's get some stuff into the house. Also, how much is this worth? Okay, it's currently worth 10,000 simoleons. Oh, we'll need a letterbox. This letterbox is so cute. I think it's adorable. Well, it would be great to have this trusty telescope up here. Perfect spot for it, as well as this. We did get a single bed in this pack and a toddler bed, so could make this like maybe a teen room. Might not have that big light there then. I think the Sims hop out this way off the ladder, so we could put something in this spot. This, I suppose, is a wardrobe, clothing storage chest. I think it is. Yeah, it is. Could have the little moonlight nightlight over here. It protects kids from nightmares, this light as well. Good to know. Oh, the Fable wall clock. This is so cool. We have to put this somewhere. Anyway, we'll put it there for now. Oh, we can use this drape cloth here. Maybe size it down. Oh, much better. These rugs are actually really, really nice. Some really beautiful colors. Oh, that's pretty. I like this. These are beautiful like chalk pictures for the walls. Whoa, this is awesome. One way to decorate your bedroom. The mirror there as well. Anything else? Maybe just like a little plant thing in the corner. Little bedroom. Now over here, I don't think we can quite fit a double bed in. I feel like we do need a double bed. I mean, technically we could, but it might cause some issues. I'm kind of thinking, could we expand this so it goes all the way to here? Just not very private, is it? Well, we might need to create a bedroom space over here. Okay, what I'm gonna do is keep the bedroom downstairs just because I think it's gonna be a lot easier to use. And now I could seal this up and have this as just like a big bedroom, but I just don't feel like it looks as good. Like you can totally do it if you want to. I think it's kind of more mysterious, it all being open and like curtains hanging over it. Another thing we could do is maybe add the new bookshelf in to kind of turn it into a room. Ooh, old factory shutter. That's cool. Whoa. We're gonna have to do like an awesome factory build. Oh yeah, here we go. We could put this like bookshelf here. It's built in. Ah, that's awesome. I think that looks really good. This relic display is very useful for any collectibles you will find. How awesome is this door desk? Cool. And this dining table with the book under it. Totally using that. And this table, it is absolutely just asking for mismatched chairs. In terms of the kitchen, obviously we want something rustic. Now, the first thing I always think of in The Sims 4 when we want to do a rustic kitchen is, of course, the base game industrial vault counters, which is perfect if you have base game. Those will definitely look really good. But because I have used them so many times, I do like to mix it up a little bit with other packs. The country kitchen's really good, but it's all in the lighter woods, which isn't ideal for us. Perhaps we could use this, which is from Cottage Living. I honestly just think the dark brown would be good. Probably use Snowy Escape as well. I'd probably do something like this and maybe squeeze in a fridge here. Yeah, that works. I could even do like an old sink here. Or if we flipped this around, we could just do like one long kitchen along this wall instead of having like these odd bits and bobs everywhere, which kind of, I mean, it kind of works because the whole house is a little bit scuffed. But that door is a little problematic in the middle. Ooh, it could also give us the opportunity. Could do like a little bar area that you could sit. Maybe. I don't know if this is a good use of space though. You know what I mean? Like you could have dining chairs here. It kind of does work. Yeah, I think that's gonna become a little difficult. It's easy to forget that there's a lot of like different shelves and random surfaces that you can also utilize. If you go to the surfaces area, do we like this? I mean, even this is kind of cool. It just creates that illusion that there's actually a wall here. What else can we use here in the kitchen from our little surfaces menu? Why don't we continue with this lost and found theme by just like having some mismatched shelves up on the wall? You know, like this one's from Vampires. We could use this from Batu, although it is kind of big and chunky. That's probably a bit too big, sadly. Little get to work shelf there. Let's put a couple of things up here. Very nice. Okay, I think the kitchen's done. So we got the kitchen, we got like, this is looking like a little office, but I'm wondering if that could potentially work as a lounge and the office could go up here. Or do we make like a funny little lounge TV spot up there? That would probably make more sense to have an office here. I'm really not sure how to squeeze this little lounge room in, but it would probably make sense to have some kind of fire over here. I also just really want to use this new item. I'm basically putting in a fireplace so I can use this. Priorities. I mean, maybe we just put like a couple of armchairs in front of the fire, like these found items. This hideous cinema chair. I'm really against cinema chairs. I don't know where it started, but I just really dislike cinema chairs, recliner chairs, just offended by them. And I suppose if you really wanted, you could put a TV on the wall, but for some reason I just feel like in this pack you don't use a TV. Like I'd use a retro one maybe. It just feels wrong to me. Oh, this is cute. Do we have like a non-bright color in here? Not really. You know, I gotta say a lot of the eco lifestyle pieces go really well with this pack. So if you have both of them, pretty good. It's always a bit of a risk putting a rug near a fireplace, so I'm just gonna keep it a safe distance away. Oh my gosh, how expensive is the lamp in this pack? Wait, I don't see it anywhere. I know, 145. Is it just me or is that not in the catalog? Oh no, it's right here. Patchy the lamp. Wait, does that mean Patchy the Scarecrow got made into a lamp? That's so sad. How could they do that? It's just wrong on so many levels. Love that painting. I think most people like the Vlad one. Another fun thing to do is to hang lanterns from these beams. Maybe we do that instead of having these lights. Oh, we should hang a jar too. I'm gonna pop a couple of planters in here too. You know, sometimes you just need to shelter some plants inside. This is looking awesome. Do we need a window back here? I don't think we do if we put like some greenery on the back. You know, you think you're getting near the end of a build and then you realize, oh God, I haven't done any landscaping yet. The bathroom should be kept really, really simple. The only thing I'd be tempted to do is maybe use like an old-fashioned toilet, but then that's just gonna make the price of the house more, because I mean, this toilet's pretty unnecessary too. You can have a super homemade looking sink here too, very rustic. And then we just have a little office and the outdoors to do. This can be our collectibles shelf on the side. It's always handy to have some decorations upstairs as well for the festive season. I've used this rug so many times, but I feel like you can't really tell. Or maybe you can, but it's just so nice. I think the interior is done, and for the outside, I've just pulled out a whole heap of random items here. Just because I was like, oh, I want to use all of these. I have a little bin area back here. Gumboot station. Oh my gosh, you guys, look, you can kind of, even though the scale's not the same, you can kind of match the pine needles to the front here. I do wish the scale, if they had just used the same scale in the world, that would be absolute perfection, but this is pretty good. Gonna soften it a bit. Yeah, too. And then I always like to put dirt, a little bit of dirt around the trees and the columns. Bam, bam, bam. Teeny tiny chimney. All right, you guys, this is our finished house. It's taken just under 2 hours to build. I think it's turned out really, really cute. It's not like a modernized barn by any means, but it definitely looks like an old barn that's been turned into a home with lots of lost and found objects. And I think it looks really cute. Let's have a wander inside. So outside, we've got our cute mailbox. We've got a little gardening area, plenty of room here to do with it whatever you want. If you want to garden, if you want to, I don't know, create a greenhouse or something, you can do that. When you go in, it looks so cool, you guys. I am freaking obsessed with this. Oh man, I wish so badly we could paint this ceiling. But anyway, so this is inside, and yeah, there's a lot going on. It's not meant to be minimal by any means. We've got our lost and found kitchen over here, repurposed shelves. I think you've got everything you need there, as well as a little bin here next to the ladder. Then we have a very little lounge room as well. You got your TV there for getting your fun up quickly. Love this little planting area too. And then just behind these shelves that kind of act like a wall, this is a little bedroom nook. Bed there. Ideally, I would have liked the Sims to have access to both sides of the bed, but we kind of just had to make the most of this space, and also they could woohoo in the shower if need be. Speaking of the shower, and here's our little bathroom. Again, quite cool, rustic, little shower there. New tiles, new wallpaper. And then up here, this is where we have 2 mezzanine levels. That roof just looks so cool. Our desk area, I haven't put any of the collectibles on the shelf because that's to fill up during gameplay. A nice little office nook, or if you had a baby, you could put like another kid bedroom over there. So it could be 3-bed. And then over here, we have the other bedroom. And then if you go outside, there's a little deck and the awesome telescope item, which I'm still yet to use. I'll pop this up on the gallery if you guys want to download it. My username is Deligracy. As always, I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world, and I look forward to speaking to you all soon. Dag dag!